right, ready to rock?
Oh, Budgie Smugglers, we are back.
What is going on, smugglers?
Oh, I'm comedian Jeremy Dooley, joined by fellow comedian Mr. Stephen Bradshaw.
That's me. What a fellow I am. How you doing, Dools?
Good, mate. I'm tired. I've got my strong flat white here.
Very good. It was nice of you to bring in a couple of Portuguese tarts
Yes,
before the show.
Yes,
They were fantastic.
Also some snacks.
Yes, that was good. That was good because I was hungry after that. Yes. Just teach you. Oh, God. The chemistry is palpable.
I do love a good, especially when they're hot.
Oh, I was still warm.
Yeah, because like you can get them now. I think Baker's Delight sell them, or like there's a bakery chain that sells them, and they're not warm.
Yeah,
and also like this place, they put cinnamon on top as well for the takeaways, so that's great. And they're just
give them a plug. What was their name?
Their name is Sweet Nata Portuguese Tarts, Pastéis de Nata on Sydney Road, Brunswick.
Very good. Thank you, Sweet Nata. Best Portuguese tarts I've had since I was in Portugal. Love this. First thing we chat about on this sports pod, which I get a lot of feedback about, is food, which is great. But you've had a huge week, Dools.
It's been a big week. Things sort of took a quick shift very quickly upwards. Actually, so that was good. Since I saw you last, I went to Clyde Street Comedy and did an open mic.
Amazing. It's a big career move for you.
Tell you what, there's nothing like bombing at an open mic when you are a professional comedian.
It's humbling. Was the cat there?
I don't think the cat was there this week. I have seen the cat before. But it was fine. I didn't walk anyone, but one of the acts that followed me did walk people.
Yes.
So that's always good. And then I got the call up to go to do a few nights at the Comics Lounge.
Hey-o!
Which was great. Which is, it's the biggest club in the country, and I'd never played it before. Wasn't really chasing it, but wasn't not chasing it. Like you always, as a comedian, you always want to play in the big clubs, and that is the biggest. But there are sort of a lot of comedians who their whole thing is, I just want to get on at the Comics Lounge. But it was great. It was, I was just walking the dog, and I think I was pushing the pram as well. And I got a message from one of the comedians being like, hey, you free tonight to host at the Comics Lounge? Harley Breen, who was the headline act, needed an MC, and I got on there and I'm like, yep, no worries, and rocked up, and it was great. It's a fantastic club. I think it's 400 or 500 seats, and they look after you. Everything you think about is perfect. Yeah. The backstage bit, it's got all of the lights, it's got all of the mirrors, pens, which is important. It's very a little thing, but it's important having pens in a green room. Everyone's like frantically writing down their sets or going over notes or writing on their hand and doing all that sort of stuff. The green room has a toilet, also very essential. And, the backstage, it's a big backstage area, a lot of people pacing behind the curtain, and, the curtain, there's a little bit of tape. It says, move the curtain this way, all those little things that you think about. And it was great. Like, the audiences were great. So I hosted on the Wednesday night and then did spots on the Thursday and Friday night. And Friday night was a bit of a crazy show.
I was there. You did great, by the way. Excellent job.
Thank you. It was good. The previous night, it was one of those like kind of quiet audiences. And I was like, I got off stage after the Thursday night show. I was like, oh, well, there goes my shot at playing here regularly. But then everyone was like, holy shit, what a grim. I'm like, okay, cool. Wasn't just me. But then the Friday night was, the audience was hot. They were hot. They were great. They were super into it right from the get-go. Getting applause breaks for bits that I'm like, I don't know if it deserved that, but thank you. That was cool. But then halfway through the show, when the MC, Ash Fils-Aimé, was up there, he was about to land a punchline, fire alarm went off. Yes. And we were in the green room just like, were we all collectively hallucinating then? Like, did the fire alarm, was that the fire alarm? Was that in here or out? Like, can we hear that? Can the audience hear that? And then it went off again, and we could hear Ash on stage just be like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So apparently what was happening was that there was a female smoking in the toilets.
Disabled toilets.
And that triggered off the fire alarm for the whole building. Not just the venue, the whole building, because they're all interconnected. So all of the building had to be evacuated. And, we had to wait for the fire brigade to come and, clear things and shut things off and do all that. And then it's like...
2 fire trucks still.
Yeah.
They sent out 2 fire trucks.
Oh, it's an expensive call out too.
I know.
I'm not sure who would have to pay for that because it's not the venue's fault that someone was punching a dart in the dunnies. But yeah, it was, we're all sort of outside in the back car park, and we're like, is the show going to finish? What are we going to
it was a weird vibe.
And the show finished, and it took them a couple of minutes to get back up, but by the time Harley Breen was on stage, it was, they were up for it. It was a late show in the end, it finished quite late because of the delay. But yeah, it was great. It was a great few nights.
When I was at the bar chatting with Tyson Chappell as it was happening, we were just having a catch up. And yeah, you could tell the whole stuff had never happened before. Everyone's like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Is that a real fire alarm?
Oh, yeah.
It started off slow, and then the guy's voiceover got very aggressive, kicking everyone out of the building. It was a little bit wild. I know at one stage, all the staff was like, holy shit, is Drago Ivan here? It was just an inside joke for about 12 open micers that would love that. But it was a wild. I'd never seen that happen before.
Yeah, it was a lot. But it was great to debut at the lounge and debut on the pro show instead. I know that there's sort of a process for a lot of people, so to sort of jump the queue a little bit was good, and to do well and hold my own. It is a fantastic club, and I see why that they are the best and that everyone wants to gig there because it is so good, and all the names are great who play there. Yeah,
I don't think it can be understated how big of a deal it is in your career. It's like it's a big tick
Huge.
off the thing. I think particularly where we grew up at our age for however long decades. That was comedy in Melbourne, wasn't it? There wasn't any other places to go. I saw my first stand-up comedy show there. It is the biggest. It is the best. It is the most well-known. It's the one that when Louis C.K.'s in town will pop in and do an hour there.
Yeah, Norman
Mark
popped in
Norman
there.
So it is to most people, particularly outside of the little Melbourne bubble, that is what people think stand-up comedy is.
Absolutely. It's one of the first questions that you get when people find out you're a comedian. It's like, oh, do you play at the Comics Lounge? Yeah. And that's their sort of sign of oh, you're legit or not. Yeah. And even other comedians, when I'm on the road and you bump into others overseas as well, a lot of international comedians, oh, do you play at the Comics Lounge? That's their point of reference. So to be able to play there and do well was awesome. And big thanks especially to Bron Lewis for the assist and Harley Breen for being I'll chuck you on for the rest of the week. Was great. And to Dan and Grant from the lounge for looking after us and hopefully putting me back on again.
Nice.
I think they will. It was good.
Yeah, you did
well. How was your week?
Well. My week was good. What did I get up to? Did a few gigs. I did a gig last night at Craftsman's Corner, just doing some new stuff.
Hell yeah. Was it on fire?
It was on fire, let me tell you.
On fuego.
Very, very good. I did another gig. I did a gig in a warehouse in Brunswick on Thursday.
Okay. That sounds aggressively Brunswick.
I was emceeing. It was a decent crowd and they were into it, but it was one of those situations. The stage was huge. It was a music venue. Okay. And there was 20-odd punters there. They were into it, but the venue was so big.
Yep.
You could have had them laughing, the best you've ever done on stage, and you'd be like, are they laughing or not? I can't hear shit. There was a smoke machine going off. I couldn't see anything. They had to come turn it off. I'm trying to do, what am I doing, a magic trick here? But no, that was fun. And then Friday night, I went and did Comedy on Tap in St Kilda.
Great gig.
Very Irish audience. A lot of fun. They do love it when you just shit on them. I find any time that they might dip, you just call one of them a dickhead and they love it. And they're very they're so Irish that anything European not Irish. They either love or hate or whatever. So I got a bit about my ex-partner being from England.
That would have gone.
That murder's there, goes off there. And then I got a new bit about my current girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've started seeing someone. She's Scottish and boos. And you know what that room's like. They're all boo and they're going, boo, boo, Scotland, boo, Scotland. I go, yeah, she's Scottish and she's black. Could have heard a pin drop. And I was just like, now you don't know what the fuck to do, do you? And then that got a huge laugh. So I was very excited to do that joke in that room.
That's so funny.
But that was so much fun.
I still think about that Phillip Island gig response to that bit way too often, and it makes me laugh.
The bit that made her have to walk out the back of the venue because it made her feel so awkward. It's good. It's good. Obviously, I'm off to Darwin this week.
Yeah.
I'm at Top Floor Comedy this Saturday, August 30th. And I got to do a little bit of press, which I enjoyed doing. And last week I was on page 3 of the NT News.
You're a page 3 boy.
Page 3 boy. And I don't know. I feel like the NT News might have done me a bit dirty because I'm on page 3. It's a big picture of me on stage. And there's 2 articles. There's one for me, but just above my article, it says, killer tries to hide his tracks. And then there's a photo of me underneath. So I don't know. And it kind of looks like I'm like, there he is. But it was nice to be featured. Obviously, not much happening in the news if I'm in their paper. But yeah, I thought sentenced to 9 years after knifing Wad-Eye Man after argument and then a photo of me, which was good. So hopefully that brings people out.
Hell yeah, that's really enticing people to the show.
Yeah, exactly.
How'd you go? Have doing some media rounds.
Good, great. I enjoyed it. I think we touched on it last week. They asked the same questions. How did you start? And tell me about the show and that kind of thing. So, very nice of them to take the time and publish it. But I enjoy it. I enjoy how I'm a comedian. I'm just sit there talk about myself for half an hour to an hour. It's pretty happy after that.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you had any good meals this week?
Good meals?
Yeah, it's always important for us to know.
No, I don't think so. Been trying to eat a bit healthy, so not really. No, yourself?
What did I did have something really good the other night. I went through and I got a Adana kebab from just a little, I can't remember the name, but it was phenomenal. It was in Hadfield.
Hadfield?
Yeah, which is sort of just near Glenroy, Pascoe Vale. It was phenomenal. It was very good. I would definitely recommend that. I did actually go to a cafe on Saturday morning. Went to a cafe called 3 Bags Full in Abbotsford.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
Tremendous chili scramble.
Yes, they do a very good job. I was going to say, you got to try the chili scramble there.
It was, I was all for it. I would go back there again for that chili scramble. And I did look, my girlfriend and our friend who we were meeting with both had the Eggs Benedict with pulled pork, which also looked tremendous. But, next time I'll get that.
All right. 3 Bags Full. Go to this place. Nada, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Nada. Cafe Nada. Sweet Nada. Sweet Nada. Oh, right. What's been happening in the comments section?
I tell you what, I've been getting flamed a little bit. A lot of chat about Tottenham when I said, that they're not going to do well and specifically mentioned that City would do well this season. And Isaac, any talk about Tottenham after today because they beat City 2-0 and then Rick Cook, I think, or Rikook. I'm not sure. There's 2 people in his profile picture, so I don't know. Maybe it's Rick and Cook, 2 people. You know how you get a partner situation and one of them maybe is messed up on social media doing dodgy, so they have to have a combined one. That's my theory.
Yep.
Maybe it's Rick and Cook. City look good, ? Now, you numpties need to really listen to what I said throughout that whole clip is that like Tottenham will do well by virtue of not having the injuries. When Ange didn't have injuries, I think they were 10 and zip at some point. So even their current manager has said he's just like working off the stuff that Ange had done previously. So you guys are clowns.
I love that. We also did our AFL entertainment draft.
Oh, yeah.
I got a bit of feedback about that. Jeanette V65 says, don't forget my favorite, meatloaf, which again, just confusion. This is a sports pod. It is not a food-related pod, people. I'm sorry. Also, Ryan James Milner came with one of the longest answers ever. Personally, I like 2009. Mark Seymour performed Holy Grail, then Jimmy Barnes performed No Second Prize, then they both joined John Farnham to perform You're the Voice. No Second Prize has to be the best Australian sports anthem and has stand up and fight feeling to it. Who needs foreign acts for our game? So I like that, how it got patriotic and then a little bit racist at the end. It was very Australian by Ryan there.
Yep. On the topic of Nectar Triantis ditching the Socceroos to play for Greece, there was a lot in here. From Azzurro Sports, throwing the word elite around pretty quickly these days. How have Italy gone in the last few World Cups? Azzurro Sport weren't there. Qualified for from got_cubes. Qualified for World Cups, ain't winning European Cups. Laugh face emoji. Big difference there, pal. I think qualifying for a World Cup is a bigger deal. Like that's the world, not just like one region.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, there's different. Yeah,
don't see us celebrating the FIBA Asia Cup that we won last week and posting about it and talking about it for 15 minutes.
No.
That would be crazy.
No. Here we've got from Sweet Daddy 75, as if he was in contention anyway, and then in the comments, Asante man. He's one of the most technically gifted player we've had in recent times. He's at Sunderland in the EPL, which has since changed. Which other current player in the national setup can say the same? Australia, give everyone a cap, eh? No, you idiot. It's about giving players who are in form, playing well, a cap, not just, who's a mid A-League player. And Michael Peslis, comparing European football nations with nations like Jordan, Oman, Kuwait, Palestine, etc. Laugh face emojis. I'm pretty sure that I wasn't comparing those nations. I was saying that getting to the World Cup is bigger than winning a regional championship.
Very good.
Muppets, a lot of them.
We did another one about the Boomers winning. Doc Nick said, take that fucking hat off, Jez. In reference to your Michael Jordan child beanie.
Yep, not a fan of Michael Jordan is Doc, doing a bit of digging. Big fan of LeBron. Huge LeBron James fan, and thinks that LeBron James is the best player and is better than Jordan.
Well, he'd be the only one. That's a wild hot take.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? What an idiot.
All right. Any audience questions this week, Dool?
No, not this. Oh, actually, there was an audience question. What was their name? This person asked me, Nick. Nick with a K.
Like N-I-K?
Yeah, I think it was Nikki.
Okay.
It could have been Nicole, so I'm assuming it was a K, but... they asked me on Friday night at the Comics Lounge.
Where is the fire exit?
Yeah, they were preparing for what was about to happen. No, they asked, how do you go when you make the step up from like a small room into a big room, and is that a different way to operate?
Great question, because we both experienced that this week, but very, very differently. For me, it was just talk louder. But I did notice, I was going to mention this, obviously the biggest stage, you really went for it. So a lot of the mannerisms you do or some of the actions, the act outs, because of the size of the room, you really had to lean into it. Is that kind of how you felt you went about it, or was that a conscious decision?
Yeah, so I think there's a few yes, because there's more people, and some of those people are going to be sitting, way further away, and you don't really know. It's quite a long room as well, and so you want to be seen by the people right at the back as well as the people right at the front. So you probably turn the dial up a little bit. I think the laughter hits differently in a big room because it becomes a bit more of a rolling laughter versus right in your face. So sometimes you just kind of have to hold it just a little bit, which can be terrifying at the start. So they're probably the two of the things. I think also knowing that the acts that were following me were going to be quite low energy, but the headliner is quite high energy. So having to also bring a lot more energy to the stage so that, they're kind of, I guess, primed for the rest of the show is also really important, and something that I thought about. A bigger physical stage as well is different. So like the room layouts are something that you got to think about. So when it's a big stage, if I'm just standing looking straight in front, I could be missing all of these people here. So you're always having to like turn and walk towards them just a few steps here and there, just so that they feel engaged. The Comedy Lounge in Fremantle is a really sort of wide room. It doesn't go back very far, but it's really wide. So you're almost having to turn and fan constantly. So there's certainly things. If you play in a theatre where it's tiered, the laughter will hit even. It's quite an adjustment because not just the rolling laughter, but you're getting it from different levels. That has taken me a little bit of time before. That would be my thoughts.
There you go. We were discussing that. I was sitting with some other comedians. It was you, high energy. Then Nick Schuler, who's probably my favourite joke writer in Melbourne, but very low energy.
Extreme low energy.
But the lowest, and that's part of his shtick, and that's why it works so well. Then followed by another sort of lower energy act. We thought that was just a funny way to structure the first thing. So to go from up here to down here, which is a great dynamic, and then just to stay there.
Yeah.
It was, but obviously everyone did great.
Yeah, it was great. It was such a hot lineup. Nick Schuler, great joke writer. Rowan Ganju, great joke writer. Meg Yeager was on. She's crushing at the moment as well. For someone who's been doing comedy the same amount of time as me, which isn't that long. She's been doing great guns. So it was a great lineup.
Awesome. All right. Should we get into some sport? Because I have some huge breaking news. Maybe a Budgie Smugglers exclusive. Huge news. Queensland announced as the 2027 Women's Softball World Cup host in Australian event, the first time since 1965. Can you believe it, Dool?
Wow.
And as we know at the Budgie Smugglers, me personally, probably the number one expert analysis of softball in the podcasting game because I won a Lightning Premiership in grade 6.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's why, we break I think we're the only podcast in the world talking about the Softball World Cup in 2027. On a scale of 1 to 1 million, how excited are you for the Women's Softball World Cup to be held in Queensland?
I'm at 999,000.
Wow.
That's how excited I am. The only thing that's not making me 1 million is because it's in Queensland and not in Victoria.
Yeah,
that would get me up and about and get me over the edge, but well done to Queensland.
Oh, man, that's a coup.
Securing the rights to that. That's got the ability to, they've got the Olympics, but now...
Yeah, something people can really get behind and be interested in.
Well, if they didn't get the Olympics, they wouldn't have gotten this.
Yeah, I think so. It's all about stepping stones.
The Olympics is the pre-season for the softball World Cup. What's your favorite softball memory?
Oh, I think it probably is, and obviously I'm a bit old school in the way, and I know people get at me like, Steve, you're so old school. Softball's changed over the years.
What's the biggest change that you've seen in your time?
Oh, I think the balls are softer than they used to be. You know what I mean? It's just getting soft. But I do remember the 1965 World Cup, which was held in Australia somewhere, and just they called her the Babe Ruth of softball. They called her, and she just knocked one out of the park. Hardball Harriet Harrison, they called her.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just remember her just knocking it right out of the park, walk the plates to win the 1965 Women's Softball World Cup. What was your favourite Women's World Cup softball memory, Dools?
I tell you, it was the time that a small dashhound got onto the field and interrupted play. What a moment that was.
Who could forget that?
We all remember that. Tell me, Stevie B, outside of Australia, like, what are the teams that Australia has to worry about and why?
I just remembered, I think it was a T-ball Lightning Premiership.
Yeah.
So Australia, obviously, Uzbekistan, they're one of the top-ranked countries in the world at softball. You've always got to worry about Denmark, are huge in this area. I think, how we see AFL football, that's how they see softball. They don't like baseball. Ball's too small. They like softball. So I think they're the gold, silver, and bronze medalists. I think Uzbekistan, Australia, and Denmark. And I don't know. It's so far away.
It is.
I mean, I know it's just around the corner, but it feels so far away. So I'm very excited about that. Anything else on the 2027 Women's Softball World Cup, Dools?
Just go, you Aussies.
Yes. The green and gold. Of course, we did a whole series on this about the name of the women's softball, Australian women's softball team, which is, of course, Dools, how could we forget?
Yes, the soft ballers.
Soft ballers. They are, wow. I cannot wait for that.
Who would you, if we link it back to last week's episode, we looked at AFL Grand Final entertainment.
Oh, my goodness.
Who would be iconic for this, do you think?
Oh, for the 2027?
Yeah.
Obviously, they could bring back Nikki Webster, but if they want something new, something uniquely Australian, I think we look back to a past AFL. I think Rolf Harris is the guy.
Rolf Harris.
Yeah. Is he alive?
I don't know. I think he's dead.
Maybe. Have you got anyone?
Look, I think, something like that. I think one of the biggest issues for softball.
He died in 2023, sorry. Rolf Harris. R.I.P. King.
Yeah. Prince. I think one of the things that's holding softball back is the youth and the lack of cut through in the youth, and they need to get kids involved in softball. It doesn't have like a real like hardcore, gritty, grungy image. So I think if they get Joel Turner and the Modern Day Poets, that would be great.
That would
for
be
them.
Huge. Bit of beatboxing.
Yep.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of beatboxing at the softball Women's World Cup. Oh, please.
Speaking of,
yes.
Big news in Australian basketball.
I know. I'm pumped for this, actually.
The Tasmanian basketball fans will rejoice because they have just gotten a WNBL team.
They have the WNBL team in Tasmania. Tasmania is quickly becoming Australia's sports capital. Obviously, the men's team's called the Tasmanian Devils.
Jack Jumpers.
The Jack Jumpers?
Yeah.
They are called the Jack Jumpers.
Yeah.
I did their logo and brand reveal. And I forgot.
Yeah.
Tasmania Jack Jumpers. What are the girls going to be called, do you think?
The Jill Jumpers.
The Jack and Jill Jumpers. That is great. I think we should record at this time every week. We're recording very early this week, and we're just on fire today. Get behind the Jill Jumpers. I know I will. All right. I don't know if you saw this, Dools, but
No.
Aussie Cam Rowston, he got a first round KO on Dana White's Contender Series to earn a UFC contract. Also, getting a UFC debut in Perth this September. It was a first round knockout. The Contender Series, if you don't know, bunch of unsigned talent get together, they fight it out. If they fight good, Dana White gives them a contract. If they don't fight good, they don't. But he was very pumped. It was his third attempt. So he won previously on the Contender Series, but failed to get a contract And then a fight was pulled last year for him. So it's been a long journey, got very emotional, but a pretty resounding result. Dana White even said that Perth was fully booked, but he put him on anyway. So
Great.
Another Aussie in the UFC, Dools.
Ooh, we love to see it. It's Aussies in MMA are just building from the ground up, which we love. It's good.
How would you rank MMA countries at the moment? What's the top 5? You got USA, Brazil,
Russia,
Australia.
Ooh. England would be my
Yeah, I mean, they've got a champion, they've got a former champion, and they've got a contender in Pimblet. On it, his name Tom Aspinall. So I think that's good.
England.
So we're in the top 5, but that's very, very good.
I'd say the Russians are probably top dogs at the moment.
Yeah, I'd say it goes Russia.
I'd say Dagestan.
Dagestan, for sure.
Oof. Tell you what, big news, big rumours coming out of England or Greece, depending on where they are at the moment. But Big Ange being rumoured to take over at Nottingham Forest. The current manager, Nuno Espirito Santo, he's had a bit of a falling out with the owner, who is good friends with Ange. And Nuno's said in some media that he's worried about losing his job. So it could be an opportunity for Ange, be an interesting one for him to take. You know, they're sort of a unfancied team who've only just been back in the top flight over the last couple of seasons.
So they're in the EPL, not
they are
Forest?
In the EPL, yep.
I feel like that's the kind of team where Ange would do his best work, right? A bit of an underdog.
Yeah, if he gets the support of the manager and they actually invest in the players who play his style, then he can do some great work. Just let him cook, not like bloody Tottenham.
Ugh, Tottenham. Minjee Lee, this happened just this morning, on pretty much just before I left to come into the studio. Minjee Lee has just finished second in the Canadian Open after starting the day equal first. She hit 2 eagles yesterday to tie the lead eventually, but came in just 1 shot under, but a great outing again by the best golfer in Australia, Minjee Lee.
Yeah, I hope the Eagles are okay. Very elegant.
R.I.P.
The Wallaroos have defeated Samoa 73-0 in their opening Rugby World Cup match in Salford.
Ooh.
That is, I don't know a lot about rugby, but I know that is a belting.
That is a belting.
Against Samoa.
I know, but I feel bad. Obviously, very proud Australian. I do feel bad for my Polynesian sisters out there. Polynesian ladies haven't copped a beating that hard since once we were Warriors. Still,
so you say since Once Upon a Time in Mexico?
Yeah, stuff
with is that Antonio Banderas or Johnny Depp?
That's a good movie. But good on the Wallaroos. Just that's how you want to open up a World Cup match. Obviously, I know you were really looking forward to the Women's Rugby World Cup duels. What did you watched the whole game, I assume?
Absolutely.
What did you think of the matchup?
Oh, I think what was key was calling themselves the Wallaroos, because they went out there and the Samoans were just like, what's a Wallaroo? Like, is that a wallaby? Is that a kangaroo that have, sort of like crossed species there? So the Samoan team spent most of the time trying to figure out what they were coming up against. Yeah. And that's why the score got ran up so high.
Confused them.
Yeah. Did you know Wallaroo is also a town in South Australia?
Oh, really?
There you go. Maybe that's what they're named after.
Maybe. Sure. Probably a town I'll never go to. Speaking of Australia and Samoa, Australian with a Samoanese heritage, that's a word that I just made up. Destanee Aiava is through to the main draw of the US Open for the 2nd straight year after claiming a thriller against Germany's Emma Seidel in the qualifying. How far this year do you think? What is the destiny of Destanee this year, Dools?
What sport is this? This is golf? Are we still talking about golf?
It's tennis.
Tennis. Oh,
We've got a full tennis review coming up.
Oh, there we go. This is going to be informative. I think Destiny's Destiny. I think is not Beyonce level. Maybe Solange. Is
that the third one? Because it was Kelly Rowland,
Michelle Williams. I think Solange.
Michelle Williams, isn't that Heath Ledger's ex?
I don't know.
No, I don't want to say ex-wife. I guess they're technically still married.
Destiny's Child members. Okay, we've got Michelle Williams.
Okay,
Kelly Rowland. Oh, there was a lot more than I thought there was. Wow, they've had a lot of members. Destiny's Child. The classic lineup that we know and love. Michelle Williams, Kelly Rowland, Beyonce. But then we have LaToya Luckett. Backing vocals from 93 to 2000. We have Farrah Franklin, which is very, alliteration pleasing. Former member, 1999 to 2000. We have Latavia Robertson, who was there for the whole decade of the 90s, 1990 to 2000. I don't remember this person.
Wait, Destiny's Child was in 1990?
Destiny's Child, apparently. Nina Taylor, former member from 1990 to 92. Tamar Davis, who I thought played in the NFL. What is that? Not judging by this picture.
Tight end.
Yeah. Former member, 1991 to 1993. And Nikki Taylor, former member, 1990 to 1992.
Well, I think Destiny's destiny is to get Kelly Rowland level. Maybe not to win a major, but to be a feature and maybe do a song with Nelly.
Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah, how good would that be?
I love the video clip for that because instead of sending a message, she's sending him a text via Microsoft Excel.
Okay.
Yeah. So you look at it, you're like, oh, no wonder he's not replying. Trying to set an Excel formula to him.
Oh, I love that.
It's confused. This is one I'm keen to hear your thoughts about this.
Oh, yeah.
AEW, All Elite Wrestling, is doubling its schedule on its return to Australia next year. Shows will take place in Brisbane and Sydney on back-to-back nights in February. Give us your thoughts.
I think, why aren't they doing Melbourne is my first thought, but I guess we get the big dogs. So WWE is coming out in September. They'll be doing Perth and Melbourne. They'll be skipping over Brisbane and Sydney. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know what AEW's thinking going up to Brisbane and trying to compete with the 2027 Women's Softball World Cup. I mean, what chance do they have? Ooh. Sydney, worst city on the planet, maybe. Shout out to all our Sydney listeners as well. We love you guys. But yeah, I don't know. Should be fun. Cole Fletcher, big name. He's a big growing name in AEW and Aussie. And obviously we have the Women's World Champ, Toni Storm. So it'll be great. All Elite Wrestling. They had a huge show here earlier this year that went very well, and they've decided to double it. That's what we like to see.
Who do you prefer, All Elite Wrestling or World Wrestling Entertainment?
I'm a TNA guy.
Oh.
No, not really. WWE, I think. Yeah, because I only really watch the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fair enough. Oh
my goodness.
This was massive.
Huge. Australia has secured its second biggest win in one-day international history after crushing South Africa by 276 runs during Sunday's dead rubber in Mackay. I mean, 276 runs is a good score on its own, let alone to win by that much. Did South Africa just pack it in knowing that it was a pointless exercise?
I think so. I think they got to Mackay and were like, ooh.
Yep.
And they just looked around and were just like, why are we here? Like, this is not what we want. And so then they sort of packed it in there.
Yep.
So I remember, what are they doing playing in Mackay anyway? I remember when the one-day international, versus South Africa, would be at a major capital city in a major ground. That was primetime TV, primetime viewing, and now it's just a little blip in the radar for the cricket diehards.
Yeah, it's probably just to warm up the pitch for the 2027 Women's World Softball Cup.
Yeah,
I'd imagine
probably.
They're in Queensland.
Getting out of the way there. Nikita Tszyu made a big statement on his return to the ring, finishing previously undefeated fighter Lolzim Ismaili in 3 minutes.
Is he mailing it in? Do you think?
Hey. What did you think of this fight?
I thought it was great. I mean, there wasn't much of a fight. He just got knocked out pretty quick by Nikita, the San Diego Zoo.
Yeah.
One of the best nicknames in boxing. Yeah, I don't know. Like, these boxers, they just fight nobodies, and just because he's undefeated, because he was fighting a bunch of nobodies, and it was a nobody fighting nobody. Like all these boxers, you need a name or an energy drink to get anywhere. So I don't really follow it. What about you, Dools?
Look, I think what people are saying in the fight game is that it was the worst boxing card in Australian pay-per-view.
It's a pay-per-view, which is wild.
Yeah, a lot of people like this was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. That what he could do to like get a bit of interest is actually have the fight in a zoo.
Yes.
Oh, imagine them fighting in Werribee Open Range Zoo.
That would be sick.
That would get people in the door.
That's a great nickname.
The Werribee Open Range.
Nikita, the Open Range Zoo.
Yeah, Open Range, yeah.
That's pretty good because it's got a boxing connotation.
Yep.
I like that. Nikita, the Open Range Zoo, made a statement in his return to the ring. All right, let's get in depth on a couple of things, Dools. Isaac Rankin copped a 4-match ban for a homophobic slur. Can give us your top 5 homophobic slurs. It's gonna be the best. Top 5 in Budgie's Spices history.
It's gonna be the quickest cancellation of a podcast.
All right, coming in at number 5. All right. No. All right. So he copped a 4-match ban. He copped a 4-match ban for a homophobic slur. What were your thoughts on this whole situation? Because it was an absolute debacle from not only what was said on field, but to how it was handled. AFL continued to make themselves look silly. What did you think of the whole process?
Yeah, the AFL always makes themselves look silly because they're just trying to protect their. They don't. AFL doesn't care. They like to grandstand and do these things, but then it's like, the Crows could make the grand final, so maybe we'll just knock a week off so that he can like play the grand final. Because they want the most eyes and the best players playing on the last Saturday in September. That's all they care about, the AFL. Like, they don't really give a shit about this sort of stuff. If they did, they would have stamped it out long ago. But they don't care. They just care about how can they make more money. And it's like, cool, let's be seen to do something, but also let's leave the door open a little bit so that he can play the grand final should they make it.
I didn't like it one bit. I thought it was the easiest whack 6 weeks on him. Whatever, there's some medical stuff. They want to know what medical. Did he get a slight hit on the head and became a racist all of a sudden? No. Homophobe. That's the one. It'd be weird if he was a racist. But that's a weird medical. So that would be a weird medical thing. He's a homophobe. Yeah, I don't think that's a medical thing.
No, I think it's just you're a piece of shit.
Yeah,
it's the thing that was. It's like, oh yeah, but he's gonna have bad mental health now. I'm like, well,
what about the
exactly?
Yeah, what about the guy who threw homophobic slurs?
Yeah, and that whole community. That's the thing that shits me about AFL players is as soon as they fuck up, they will claim, "Oh, I've got bad mental health," as their excuse for everything, which does a lot of different things. But the biggest one is it actually devalues people who genuinely have bad mental health. So I think the AFL dropped the ball here. Again.
Ball.
Hey, a friend of mine has started dating a boundary umpire.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think they can do better.
She's like, yeah, he does a lot of running backwards just in parks. And she's like, what is going on?
Did they go to the park and practice?
Oh, she met him at the park once, and when
running
she got
backwards.
there, he was practicing running backwards. And it was like one of their first interactions, and she's just like, what?
And she started dating him?
Yeah. I was like,
Bizarre.
that is weird. A backwards man. Backwards man.
We've got an all Aussie US Open preview duels, which I think it might have started yesterday. I think one of them's already dropped, but got to take a look at every Aussie. There's a ton of them, and go through who's going to win, who's going to lose. First, we've got Alex de Minaur, 8th in the world. Where do you predict he finishes up? Does he make the semis, for example?
The round of 16.
Round of 16?
Yeah.
Which one's that? The quarters?
I don't know. Yeah, that's just something that they say in tennis. Yeah. I don't know what that means.
8th ranked in the world, 8th seeded, Alex de Minaur. He's our most favoured to go furthest. Also on the men's, we've got Alexei Poprin, 37th in the world. He could do something. He's matched up against Emil Rusevori at number 749. You think he wins that one. Jordan Thompson, of course. Adam Walton. Alexander Vukic.
Sounds like he should be playing basketball.
It sounds like he should be playing soccer.
Yeah.
I could see him. And of course, Rinky Hijikata.
He's my favorite. I'm getting behind Rinky Hijikata.
Exactly.
That is a fantastic. Rinky's a great name.
Yeah, I like Rinky a lot. And this one, Tristan Schoolkate.
Don't like that surname.
Don't love that surname at all. But in brackets, before it says in brackets WC. What do you think that means?
He's a bit shit. He's a bit of a toilet, I think, is what they're saying. All right. It's like, oh, Tristan, toilet.
Okay. What about the women? What women have we got coming up?
Oh, we've got the number 17 ranked Daria Kasatkina.
Yes.
And she goes up against your favourite, Elena Gabriela Roos.
No, she's not my favourite.
Where's
EGR?
What's ROU? What country is that?
Ooh, roulette?
Yeah.
Country roulette. They just spin on a wheel, and wherever she lands, she gets assigned that country.
Yep. I think I do know who your favourite player is, Maya Joint.
Yes.
She's very chill.
Yeah, man.
Very chill.
Shut up.
Kimberly Birrell.
Oh, yeah. Kim Birrell.
Kimberell. It almost sounds like it can be one name.
Number 80 in the world, Kim Birrell.
Ilya Tomljanovic.
Very Australian names.
Yep.
I think Ayla. Tomljanovic. She's got a tough draw.
Against Coco Gauff.
The Puff herself, the Coco Puff Gauff.
Yeah.
Number 3 in the world, Coco Puff. Did you know that?
No, there you go. Talia Gibson is coming up against Magdalena French from Poland.
Maybe it's... Or have they messed this up and she's from French Polynesia, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Magdalena goes by one name from French Polynesia. Priscilla Hon.
Can't... Speaking of racial slurs, you can't just put a Q in front of people's names like that. I don't think
that's not allowed anymore. She's up against Leola Jean, which is a good name. Leola Jean. I'm going to get behind Leola, I think.
Double Jeans.
Destanee, I know. It's the old, you know what her nickname is? The Canadian Tuxedo. Leola, the Canadian Tuxedo, Jean.
It's French, French Canada.
Yep. Destanee Aiava.
Oh, we broke her down. She's got this. It's in her destiny.
Against world number 8, 160 rankings higher, Jasmine Paolini from Australian Idol, I think.
Exactly. Paolini. Yeah. Destiny is going to make Paolini her child. I don't know why we did that because we got no chance of winning anything.
Yeah.
But it was fun. There's a lot there, though. It's like 20 Aussies. And so there's a lot to get behind. If you're watching the US Open, get behind the Aussies.
Absolutely.
All right, off to a big question, Dools. Are we sure Josh Giddey's going to sign with the Chicago Bulls?
I tell you what, the Slob Lord is It's not looking good. They're a bit of a stalemate. There's been a bit of talk that he might get traded. I know there's been some rumours about Golden State and doing a bit of a trade, the slob lord for the cum bucket. But whether that happens, I don't know. It would be great headlines, though, if that did happen. He wants 30 mil a pop, and the Bulls aren't coming to the party. But Josh Giddey, back half of the season, was absolutely on fire and was by far their best and most influential player. So they'd be silly not to build it around him.
Well, you look at these point guards, ball handling types at 30 million, Jalen Suggs, Emmanuel Quickley, these types. Josh Giddey's better than them, or at least offensively better than Jalen Suggs, better all around than Emmanuel Quickley. So Chicago Bulls, and they're paying, how much are they paying Patrick Williams? It's a ridiculous amount.
Huge amounts of money.
And he's terrible. Nobody wanted him. So I don't know why they're playing hardball. Sure, you can negotiate, but 20 million's not enough. 30, maybe 2 mil. Meet somewhere in the middle, shake a hand, throw in some Michael Jordan signed memorabilia and call it a day.
At what point, I got two questions, but at what point is it like, I think that's enough money, I don't, like, because surely there gets to be a number where anything more than that, and it's like, oh yeah, whatever. Up to that point, you're like, oh my God, my life has changed. But it's like, if you go from 10 million to 11 million, surely it's not that much different for you day to day. At what point do you think that is where Giddey's like, oh yeah, that's fine?
100 million career earnings
already.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's where he'll sit. He's already close to 30 million across his rookie scale contract, whatever that is, 3 to 5 years or whatever. So yeah, by the end of this contract, it shouldn't matter. But I think he's not at that point yet where he wants to make that big money contract. And this is the contract that sets him up. He's already set for life, but this is the one that really sets him up for life.
Yeah, this is intergenerational.
What do you think the number is?
I think 25 for him.
Yep.
I think 30 is what you push for, but you'd probably as if you wouldn't take 20. If someone,
I'd take 25. US?
Yeah, Jesus. I know they lose a lot. I did see something of like what their contract is versus what they actually take home.
Yeah,
and they do lose a lot, but it's still making a huge amount of cash.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus, that would be wild. I'd take 5.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take anything. I'll take a veterans minimum of 1.3 if you'll have it.
If any NBA teams are watching this and you need 2 guys at the end of the bench, just we're good locker room guys. We'll wave the flag. We're good. We're good. Leadership and veteran sort of influence. If you need that,
minimum chips we'll take.
Yeah,
we'll take a minimum.
Give us the bare minimum. Yeah. We'll do that.
Or just sign us to a 10-day and see how it works out. 2-way contract, maybe a 2-way. We could go help out the G League.
Yeah, we'll bring the vibes up for your whole organization.
Done. I love it. You got a top 5 for me?
I do have a top 5. I tell you what, with a lot of talk about sweet nada so far on this podcast, these are my top 5 cafes in the city of Marybeck.
What? Oh, Marybeck?
This is the council that we're currently in as we record this.
Oh, okay.
So my top 5 cafes or places to get a coffee in the council. We'll go with places to get a coffee.
Can we just quickly... what does the council of Marybeck cover?
Oh, so it covers Fawkner.
Okay.
Hadfield, parts of Glenroy, Oak Park, Pascoe Vale South, Gowan Bray, all of the Brunswicks, and Coburg.
Okay, all right. Well, there's some good coffee, some good cafes in this region.
Oh, yeah. All right. So
I'm pretty pumped for this, actually.
Coming in at number 5 in the back streets of Coburg. Oh, actually, I should check. They're in the. I'm pretty sure they're in the council. They should be. Also, it covers Merlinston.
Oh yeah, of course.
Favorite suburb.
How is that? Just not all of the top 5 in Merlinston?
They probably. There's at least 5 things there. Coming in at number 5 in the back streets of Coburg North or Coburg. I'm not sure if that's considered Coburg or Coburg North. Back Alley Bakes.
Yes, of course.
Very good. They do good coffee, but you also get some good like pastries there. They do like a chocolate almond croissant.
Really is in the back alley, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's all in the name. So
They do. That's some good looking pastries. All right, I'll pay that.
Yep, that's good. So that's at number 5. Coming in at number 4, I'm just trying to, coming in at number 4, Emil's. Emil's Cafe on Reynard Street in, I'm not sure what suburb that's considered. Really good. They do a good breakfast there in Pascoe Vale. There you go. Coming in at now this is a hard one. The top 3 are hard. The top 3 could actually all just be equal 1.
You can't do that in the top 5.
All right. Oof, okay. Coming in at number 3, the icon, Jack and Daisy.
Jack and Daisy.
In Pascoe Vale.
Yep.
Reliable, good service. They do a good choc chip cookie as well. It's like soft and chewy. We like that. They probably close a little bit too early. Not about that.
Closes at 2. That's way too early.
It is early.
That's very early.
Yeah. Coming in at number 1A. I'm going something different.
Also known as 2.
Number 1A is a food cart, like a coffee cart van thing.
Yep.
So I don't know if that is considered a cafe, but it is a good place to get a coffee. Food Family Passion, it's called. They do a tremendous coffee there. And sometimes they make a caramel slice. Oh, we know I love a caramel slice, and it is elite. They are fantastic.
It's a nice van. I find it very weird that Brunswick hasn't come up once in this list, but Pascoe Vale's come up 3 times.
And moving to Coburn, the O'Hayes Bakery, the Arena Brothers Italian Bakery. They are just phenomenal. They do a fantastic coffee. Great selection of food and deli meats.
There you go. I do love deli meats.
Exactly. You
Huge
go there,
deli meats.
get a coffee, get some salami. It's a weird combination to have, sure, but it's fantastic. And, obviously Sweet Nada would be in there, but we've plugged them enough today.
We sure have. Yeah. I hope we get a free tart or so. I might just clip this up and tag them just for some free Portuguese tarts, get them to get behind the program.
We could probably cut that whole bit into individual bits. And so that it all gives the appearance that they're number 1.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we're like, hey, this is the best. Give us some more.
I like it. All right, we're getting into the power rankings. Doors always.
Can I just say, I think when you go into a cafe, one of the things where you know if it's a bad cafe or a good cafe, is if you go into the cafe and it's got food that's pre-made, already wrapped in Glad wrap.
Bad.
Yeah, you just know, it's behind a huge glass. You just know it's a bit.
Yeah, for a cafe for sure, but for a highway lounge like the one in Werribee, everything's pre-wrapped. Nothing in Glad wrap, mind you, but everything's pre-cooked. You watch them microwave it, and somehow it still works.
I've got a few Geelong and Surf Coast dates coming up over the next few months, so I'm keen to.
Excited.
Check that out.
When you see that Ampol sign, turn left, baby. That's all I can say.
Rules for life.
Okay. All right, here we go into the power rankings. At number 10, he just signed a UFC contract featured on ESPN. It's Cam Rowston in the UFC at number 9.
What's his nickname? Is it Rowdy Rowston?
I hope so.
Yeah, Ronda Rowdy Rowston.
Ronda Rowdy Rowston. At number 9, he's been doing a lot of publicity. He had a big match at something. It was Kyle Fletcher at AEW, the wrestler. He's coming on up. The whole
Who's
bottom
up?
It's one of the tennis players. At number 7 and 8, mainstays in here. It's a very male fight heavy bottom 4. I've got at 8 JDM and at 7 Alexander the Great Volkanovski. Hopefully we'll get some news about some fights soon for those two, right?
Yes,
there's nothing in the books.
No, not at all. Volk's been doing a lot of cooking as I follow him on the socials. So, he made a really good burger. His version of, Macca's got a new burger, the Big Arches or something like that. He made his version of that, and it was just a steak sandwich.
I saw that actually. Yeah, that's great. Next week, Duels, task for you. Top 5 Alexander Volkanovski meals.
Oh, can do.
Love that. It's the perfect sports and food, as opposed to always doing food-related top 5s on a sports podcast. Change things up a bit. At number 6, soon to be higher on this list as they return from their summer break, it's Oscar Piastri. At number 5, she's the best Lee since Bruce Lee. It's Minjee Lee after coming second, as they all do, in the women's golf. Minjee Lee. Number 4, after hitting 175 runs against South Africa, I've got Travis Head. At number 3, I've got one of your favorites, Dools. Top 3, first appearance in the Budgie Smugglers Power Rankings. It's Desiree Miller.
Yeah.
Yes. From
basketball.
No.
Nah. Netball.
Nah.
Softball.
Nah.
Desiree sound maybe like a water sport. Jet skiing.
Nah.
Badminton.
Nah.
No idea.
Come on, kick this. No, she's, of course, we just spoke about them. The record-breaking win over Samoa from the
Wallaroos.
The Wallaroos. She got a hat trick in that game. 3 tries.
Sounds like everyone did.
Yes, exactly. I think so. And then at number 2, and alongside number 1, it is Jack Robinson, who's in the final 5 in just a couple of days in Fiji.
Vortex Shaman.
The Vortex Shamans going for a world championship along with our girl who's in number 1, Guacamole Picklum, top of the pops. Well done, Molly. Is that her first number 1?
I think so.
She's been floating around there, pardon the pun, paddling around the top 3 for a long time, but I think that's her first number 1. She has a chance to bring home all the marbles and be Australia's newest world champ, Molly Picklum.
And obviously, we've put her number 1 for the first time just to, get her used to...
A wave of momentum, Dools.
Exactly. That's what
A wave of momentum for our girl, Molly. Very excited. What gigs you got on this? Anything you want to... what do you got on this week?
Oh, I'm having the light week that I was meant to have last week. I'll now have this week. So, pending, I say this every week and then someone will be like, hey, can you come and do a gig? Which I'm sure may happen, but I'm hoping that I can just chill out. I'm going to go and watch some comedy tonight and just...
Where are you going to watch comedy?
I'm going to go to Funny Near the Brunny, I think. And just hang out, watch for a bit.
You won't. You'll get on.
I might end up... Last time I became the special guest drop-in, but I would be nice just to watch... Can't help myself, though. I am headlining at the Hurst Bridge Anglers Comedy Club.
I love Hurst Bridge Anglers. Night. I love a bit of free soup.
That's it. So that'll be good. And then I'm off to New South Wales for a few nights. So we'll do the odd gig there. But, just trying to take it easy.
Yeah. But you've just named interstate trip and 2 other gigs. Take it easy.
That is my taking it easy. I've been putting a lot of time into the social media side of things lately, so trying to
very good
push that and start to build up that sort of stuff. So at the moment, I'm doing a lot in that world, and then. And we'll start to get back into the riding when I get back from New South Wales.
Very good. If you're not already, Jeremy Dooley official on all the socials. I leave for Darwin tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Big week.
Yes. Well, I did the maths. It was cheaper to leave on Tuesday and pay for 2 nights of accommodation than it was to leave on Thursday, which was wild. So I thought, why not? Get a bit of sun, go to the cab, sit by the pool, do some work from there, do a bit of riding. It'd be nice if I wrote a show before Saturday as well, which would be really good. I think that's probably something I'll focus on this week. But, of course, this Saturday, August 30, debut of my dad tried to sue me over a joke, of course. I'm very excited for it.
Hell yeah. Is it just you on the lineup? You got an opening act? Or?
I think there's an open mic on Thursday night, which I might go check out. And, of course, I'll be emceeing the Friday night show at Top Floor. So I might see what young talents brimming over in Darwin and getting an opener for me there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. That's very exciting. I'm keen to hear how it goes for you. First solo show going into state where you did your first headline spot as well. So Darwin, here we go. Might be locking in some dates there shortly. So.
Very good. Very good. That's it.
That's
Anything
it.
else?
No, that's it, smugglers. Thank you so much. We love you. Leave a comment and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, smugglers. Bye.